Greetings everyone, my name is Abhishek Kumar Rao and welcome to Python Champ 2022. In this course, you are going to learn some basic parts regarding input output, variables and list. Alright, so let's get started. We have the topics here, variables, input output and list. Alright, so before starting, there is a question that what is Python? What do you think that what is Python? Well, it's just not a programming language. It's a high level programming language. Why? Because it is used at many aspects that it is used in data sciences, it is used to build many games, it is used to make web applications and normal applications, etc. Well, Python was created by Guido van Rossum and it was released in 1991. Why Python is so popular? Why you all here in this course? Why? Because it is free to use. It has better software quality than other coding languages. It has smaller code. That means you have to write only less syntaxes in the program. Alright. And it has a strong library support. With Python Turtle, you can understand that how to make game and how to learn game development also. Alright. And let me just shift it downward or this side. You can learn data science. In data science, in scientific aspect, Python is related as a very important programming language to code in their scientific purpose. All right. Okay. So here we go. Where it is used in what are the companies? What are the major companies that use Python language? These are the major companies. Google. Google uses in web search engine programming language as Python. All right. YouTube. YouTube uses Python language in its social media content. Intel, HP, IBM. These industrialist companies used in their hardware technical uh, judgments. All right. Pixar. Pixar, the very famous animation company, uses in movie animations. NASA, as I have said, that scientists use the Python programming language as the scientific purpose. Now here, NASA uses Python language in their Fermi labs to as their scientific programming language. All right. So these are the major companies that uses Python programming languages. Now, moving ahead to topic 1, that is variables. Now, what is variable? Variable is a user defined literal. That means it can be either a letter, it can be either a word that which has the ability to store value, not just a single kind of value. It can store any kind of value like 1, 2, 3, or any name, any floating value, that means any decimal values. All right, and it should be properly defined. Now, what does this mean? Should be properly defined? Yeah, the Python programming language is a case sensitive. You have to declare any variable that can store a value. It should be there is a rule that how to define a variable. All right. So I'm shifting to Sublime Text. This is the offline IDE. Here I will show how to declare a variable. For example, I have to store 3. So I'll just declare a is equal to 3. That's it. Here we go. We have 3 stored in the variable a. Alright, but if I write a underscore is equal to 3, will this be valid? Yeah, definitely it will be valid. But if I write 1a, this will give wrong. Why? Because there's a rule that we cannot use number before a variable's name. All right, so you can see the error here, syntax error, invalid decimal literal. But if I write a1 is equal to 3, now here we have the variable name as a1. If I run the program, you'll see that no syntax error is there. It is finished in particular time interval. All right, so this is how you declare a variable. Variable can be like that, or I can just write abs is equal to 3 abc, or I can just write the name and oh, that is number equal to 3. Now not just no. For example, if I take x equal to bridge gap, so now x is holding a string. Now, what is a string? String is also a kind of value that stores any kind of value. For example, here we have alphabets. All right, we have bridge gap. I can store under the single inverted commas 1, 2, 3. If we are using single inverted commas, that means that value will be sophisticated as string. All right, so this is the string. Now I am writing 3.8. This is the float value, that means a decimal value. All right, so Python from here understand that okay, what we are writing value will be accepted in the variable as that kind of. All right, for example, if I write 3 here, x is integer type. Okay, if I write under same single inverted commas abh. All right, so this is string type. If I write 3.5, now here x is float type. All right, so these are the ways how to declare a variable. Okay, for example, okay, let me just write each and every. X is equal to 3, y is equal to a b c d. Okay, let's close, and z equal to 3.6. So here x is equal to 3, it's a integer type. Now just observe what I'm doing here. I'm using hashtag at each line. What does this mean? These are the comments. All right, and compiler don't read them. This is the float value. If you want to write a comment, just type hashtag and write whatever you want. Compiler don't just see it, it just ignore with the help of this hashtag in the Python language. All right, so this was the method how to declare a variable and what are the kinds of the value that a variable can store. All right, so let's move our slideshow. All right, so this was the variable. Now topic 2 is input output. How to give input, how to print the output in the Python language. So this is the only thing you need to learn at a basic step. Here we are given a is equal to input. Now in a is the variable, input is the command in the Python language. All right, and this is the case sensitive. I should be small, it should not be capital letter. All right, so a is equal to input. That means the Python compiler is understanding okay, we have to take input from the user and store in a. All right, for example, we want to print any message that enter the value. So you can see I have used the code. I use the code input bracket. I can use single inverted comma as well as double inverted comma. All right, enter the value and store in the A. Now these two lines are saying about the input material. We have the third line print A. That means this is the print command. We can print any value, any message. I have used A. A is the variable and it is holding the value of any kind. Okay, this is the fourth line print hello world. We are just printing directly a message in single inverted comma as well as in double inverted commas. Let's demonstrate in the Sublime Text. So I'm taking input in the variable a and printing variable a. Now let me tell you one thing. This input command in Python by default takes string value. All right, just remember that. Okay, now we are going to enter a number. Let it be 5. Okay, so I have given 5 as input and 5 is printed as output as I have written the second command print. All right, so if I want to give a message print number is comma a. If I again run the program, give the input as 5.0 as a floating value and print enter, number is 5.0. That's it. All right, so this was a method how to give input and how to print output. Now I want to print a message that enter a value. Now observe what happens. We are giving a message to the user that enter a value. I am giving a value 5. Press enter. Number is 5. The output is clear. Alright. So this was the method how to take input with or without message and print the number. Alright. So this was input output at basic level. And the third topic is list. Now, what is list? List is a kind of array. Is a collection. It can act as a rectangular boxes that stores multiple type of values. That means it can accept integers. It can accept string values. It can accept floating values in it. All right. It is a container type of method. All right. So and the indexing starts with 0. Let's demonstrate in the Sublime Text. For example, okay, A is equal to what I've said just right now, big braces. For example, 1, 2, 3. This is the list. This is the list with value 1, 2, 3, all integer type stored in variable A. And if I want to print the list, I'll just write print A. That's it. I've saved and I'll run the program. Now finished. 1, 2, 3. Now you can see that we have printed the value as list. Alright, now I want to change some value 1 comma 2, no not 2, 1 comma a b c d and comma 3.9. Now this list is containing all kind of values. The first index is containing integer type, second index is containing string type, the third index is containing float type. Alright, and if I again print this list, it will print as 1 comma a b c d comma 3.9. Alright, so this was the list. Now for example, I wanna add a number. I'll just write a dot append, enter the number, let it be 5. Okay, if again just observe here, we have 1, 2, 3, 3 values. Again, if I run the program, we have 5 attached at the end of the list. If I again write a dot append 8, again if I run the program, you will see 8 has been added. But if I write a dot pop, then what happens? The last element of the list is deleted. Alright, but and if I write a, okay, if I want to print a big braces 0 colon 2. Now what will happen here? This means this is a slice method. Alright, 0 to 2. That means we are selecting only elements from 0, 1 and 2 to second element only. Alright, let's run the program. 1 and ABC. Okay, now what happens? We always take one less than. For example, the last index is 2, 0, 1, 2. So it will go less than 1. So that means up to ABCD it will take the value. So this was something about list. Alright, these were the basic things you can do with the list. And so we are at the end of this particular we should say a little bit course. So thank you everyone. This was the course from me for about few minutes, and thank you everyone. That's it.